Hi there people, Chili here, and on this 5-minute review I cover the newest album Blessings and Miracles by Santana in 5 minutes. This is a big week for guitarists, as I covered in another episode another famous axeman, Tom Morello, who released his album on the same day. Most should know Santana, but a quick rundown: Carlos Santana is the guitarist and core member of a band, Santana, who has been on the scene for over 50 years. This guy is one of the original performers of Woodstock, in a band with the most lineup changes of any band I have covered in any of my past episodes. Their style of music varies from lineup to lineup and from decade to decade, but to simplify things, we shall say they are a blend of psychedelic, Latin rock, and jazz fusion. It's fair to say he has two big waves of popularity, from the first albums until Abraxas, especially with his Black Magic Woman song, which is their signature track. Their second wave was in 1999 when Santana worked with a lot of contemporary musicians to make Supernatural, which spawned his big song Smooth featuring Rob Thomas. So now we have that covered, let's discuss the newest album. Ghost of Future Pool, New Lights starts off the album, and this is a nice warm-up to the album, and it's a nice guitar instrumental track. Santana Celebration is next, and the starting riff sounds exactly like Santana of old. The percussion, the groove, everything about this track really. It's like an homage to his older self, except it's a bit polished for my liking. Ignoring that, it's still a very hot track. Rumbalero is next, and Santana is joined by Salvador Santana, son of Carlos. They have worked together on multiple tracks, and the blend of new and old Santanas can be heard here. Methinks they just had Carlos have creative control on here and just played some second samples, as odd electronic sound effects are heard every so often, and it's a bit of a jumble. I can't fault the guitar work, but everything else? Joy. Will you live up to your title? Will you bring me joy? Chris Stapleton joins us on this track, and he has been a busy boy, also appearing on the Tom Morello album as well as the Blacklist. Chris does another great job on vocals, showing off his pipes here, but I feel that the jar rock is a lost tune. If only Chris used an acoustic here, there may have been a chance for another Put Your Lights On like he did with Everlast. But they missed the boat here. Don't add this track to your yacht rock mix. We are now 5 tracks in, and now we are up to Move, featuring Rob Thomas, as he joins Santana on his 5th collaboration if you include writing credits, and this track is red hot. It's a seamless blend between Santana's guitar work and the rhythm section of the bass, drums, and keyboards, along with Rob's singing style. Should get anyone moving here. The next song is a cover of With a Shade of Pale, made famous by Procol Harum, and Santana can certainly pick them. He does a glorious guitar cover, as Santana has done before. See Guitar Heaven and listen to the guitar parts only for proof. He is joined by Steve Winwood of Traffic fame here, and they do a terrific cover. My only negative is why play such a slow, sad song right after the track Move? It's an odd play. Look, this episode is already long, and this album has a lot of tracks, so I will rapid fire the next few of these. Break is next, featuring Ali Brooke, and she brought us gems like Work From Home. This is the soft central song, and it's boring. Skip it. The next track is She's Fire, featuring G-Eazy. Ew, trap music? I'll take the crab juice. Peace Power, featuring Corey Glover. Easily the most energetic and political song, with a gospel vibe preaching for black power. America for Sale, featuring Kirk Hammett of Metallica and Mark Ozaguida from Death Angel. A good guitarist joins another good guitarist for a second collaboration, and uses a who the fuck is this guy's annoying vocal range, singing a very generic song. Breathing Underwater follows with AVI Snow, MVCA, and Carlos's daughter, Stella Santana. It's a rinse repeat in the track Break, in that it's a soft guitar track with vocals. Okay, that's enough for the speed round. Hopefully we are past the subpar sections. Mother Yes is next, and we get to a track that's worth mentioning. The track is a back to basics rock song with the added pleasure of Santana's guitar work. This is the first track in a few that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I think it would have been a better track to follow up to Move. Song is Cindy is next, and this is the love track devoted to his current wife and current drummer, Cindy Blackman. It's a nice blend of drumming and guitar works, and shows off two very talented musicians, and it is very worth to listen to. It's red hot. Angel Choir Altogether, featuring Chick Corea and Gail Moran Corea, is next, and this is a good track. The first part is a very beautiful choir intro, but what follows sounds like a jam that is pure enjoyment to fans of old. It's a return to root sound even in this short period of the song. Not over the top guitar work, just a band performing all together before the instrumental closing track of Ghost Future Pool 2. When I first played this album, I was pretty happy, but subsequent playthroughs quickly showed some flaws within the album. This record is trying its best to follow the trailblazing Supernatural album, and it falls short. Similar in vein to the way Shaman did, or the way All That I Am did. or the way, to a lesser extent, Corazon did. What I'm trying to say is Santana caught lightning in a bottle on Supernatural, and he has been trying to copy that blueprint by engaging in collaborations with current pop musicians for 2 decades. It worked in the 90s because the sound at the time was ripe for a Latin musical takeover, what with Ricky Martin populating the airwaves, and especially with Lou Bega's hit Mambo No. 5 coming out a few months before the album. Supernatural's blend of Latin rock and pop was always going to take off when the kindling was already laid. Fast forward to 2021, and the music scene is very different. Santana is struggling to stay relevant in this scene. And to that, I say fuck the new scene. Santana, you have a signature guitar style that many guitarists would kill to obtain. I would prefer to see a collaboration between your contemporaries. Imagine if you did songs with John Paul Jones or Brian May, or even Omar Rodriguez. Ultimately, the album falls short on a lot of tracks, partially because of questionable guest appearances, but also Carlos feeling like he isn't giving it his all. His guitar work is always mesmerizing, but it isn't his best work here. There are some standouts here with Santana Celebration, Move, and Angel Choir all together. My first thoughts were this album was a 5 o'clock chili, but in the end it's just a 2 o'clock.
5 alarm chili, eh? Hey, what the big idea?
Oh, I admit it. It's only 2 alarm.
The album deserves a 5 out of 10 chilies, and Santana, please stop doing pop collaborations.